Let's talk about our second baby mama situation. Well, technically she's actually a wife. And so I don't know if you watched this TV show, the Acolytes. This was on Disney Plus. It's another Star Wars. Really, I haven't been watching a lot of the Disney Plus shows because Star Wars just been, I mean, Disney has just been tanking the franchise. And this is just one of many shows that they've debuted on the Disney Plus show that's just been flopping. So the Acolyte is one of those, and then they have some other ones. I want to say they just launched one called I don't know, Outlaws or the I don't know, Rejects or something. I don't know what it is. Chat picks. Tell me if I'm wrong. But anyways, this is one of the many shows that they launched that they have not been doing well. And then the person we're about to talk to, she's an actress on that show.
So he's screwed. The husband, look, she's British, he's Canadian.
Oh yeah.
So I can only assume they got married in one of those countries, and both of those countries are probably going to be brutal on him for alimony. I'm assuming she's pushing him from alimony because he is the primary breadwinner. I don't know what this
Well,
husband does or what he. I guess he's an
they
actor
both.
too.
Well, real quick, they both have respectable careers in the industry, so it's not like one or two on both sides. They both have been. They've. I mean, it appears that they've made some money in the industry.
Alimony is even more confusing to me than child support, honestly. At least I understand the concept of child support. But if you're going to divorce someone, why is it not a clean break? You split up your assets however they need to be split. Why does someone have to keep paying you? And it's basically a marriage exit fee, it's an extortion fee.
Yeah,
What is
legal.
the intent and purpose of alimony? Particularly for someone who's active and working.
Yeah.
This is a joke, man. Alimony, and I'm glad Florida has some reform in that regard, and I'm hoping that spreads to the rest of the country too. Because I think in Florida you can't get alimony for life anymore. But I'll just say this: I'm familiar with women who refuse to get married ever again because they don't want to forfeit a great alimony deal that they're getting on the back end of a terrible marriage.
Yeah. So let me read this real quick for the audience. So Jodie Turner Smith, best known for her role as Mother Anicia, I'm saying it wrong, I bet, in the failed and canceled Star Wars series, The Acolyte, is making waves on her ongoing divorce from Dawson Creek star. I didn't know that was that guy. And more importantly, Mighty Duck star Joshua Jackson, after alleging he hasn't paid her child support since their official split in October. That's actually kind of interesting. According to the court documents and insider leaks, Turner Smith is demanding $28,641 per month in alimony and $8,000, $543 per month in child support, as well as a staggering $250,000 legal fees. That's the other thing we didn't cover, is that a lot of times you got to pay the legal fees, and that's not coming out of their money. This is all tax-free money right here.
Yeah.
So
Oh
250,000,
yeah.
man. In her reasoning, the challenges of being a black woman. Got it. Turner Smith, 37, claims that alimony and legal fees are necessary due to her struggles as a black woman and a single mother in Hollywood, despite her starring roles in high-profile projects. All right, let's get back here. So
Let me tell
we
you why.
own.
Let me tell you why that's a goofy statement. But go ahead.
I was going to say. So we
No,
have Jimmy Butler's baby mama asking for more. Asking for more. She's getting 55,000, but she needs another $10,000 in addition to that 55,000 to take care of the household with three kids. And I don't know how many kids that they have though, but this woman, for whatever, I mean, however many kids they have though, but she's asking for more support because she is playing the race card. Like, I don't think I've ever would. I had to read this multiple times because I was like, "What? You're oh my god." I don't know what is wrong, what is going on with this. Like, these people are not making a case for marriage. I'm telling you that right now. And on one hand, I understand with Jimmy Butler because he busts down his baby mama three times, and even though he's not married, he's still paying more. But I mean, this guy, he thought he was getting he thought he was getting a great woman or the love of his life, and now he has to take care of her because she is a black woman. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why this story hasn't gone viral. I think it's because people don't recognize the TV show that she's from, or she's not. I mean, to me, she's not a very well known actor. I couldn't pick her out of a lineup without reading up on her though. But this is insane. Now we're at the point where you can actually ask for a modification to your order because you are based off your race or your gender.
So I'm gonna just go for it. This is why I withdrew from calling myself pro-black. You married. Look, all right. I'm gonna reveal some things about myself a little bit here. Um, I have my day job, right? And then I also have some second roles and responsibilities. In essence, it requires me to deal with a lot of people who are DEI, African American leadership and councils and things like that. There is a large correlation of black women married to white men who are always complaining about racism in these rooms that I'm in.
That is true.
So I say that to say I have no choice but to assume that your husband is a beta, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you are married to a white man and you're constantly complaining about how white people are racist and oppressive, but that's the seed you're taking in at night in your bedroom, and your kid is 50% white, you're trashing, you're indirectly trashing your husband and your child.
Yeah.
It's chaotic and it don't make sense. And how is racism, because she wants a black woman alimony payment? How does racism portray into a marriage? Like if you knew that something was wrong here in regard to the racial aspect, why'd you marry the dude?
Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me play show this real quick. She said, Josh, and this is her words, so who knows? It's probably not true, honestly. Josh promised to always support me and ensure that I would not have to worry about financial security for our daughter. So they got one. If we were separated, because he understood how difficult life can be as a black woman and a single mother. Man, well, if this turns out to be true, that he said he acknowledged this, that she got, I mean, this is wild if he signed off on this. Like he has no one to be upset but himself, for
Oh yeah.
starters.
Yep.
But if she's just playing this card, just like you're about to say, like just because of race and gender, and then also you're taking a slight at your family, or really at your daughter in this case. I don't understand why these people even go for stuff like this, but the men, I don't know how many more examples you need when it comes to, going down the marriage route, or, having multiple baby mamas. Like, unless you are going the Nick Cannon route, we can just outspin your way out of this situation, though. And it doesn't sound like they have a good situation, a good conversation going back and forth, because she said he hasn't paid since October, which I assume he's probably paid something. She's just not acknowledging it. Um, marriage is definitely on the decline. There's been on the decline, and this is not a good look for the folks that say, "Hey, be a divester."
I can't picture myself being with a white girl that was trashing black men or had any hints of racism in her. But I'm sorry, I'm baffled by this. Fellas, stay away from women who always make themselves the victim, because eventually she's going to turn it on you.
Yeah,
This is, I talked about this before. This is an XX deflect. When things get hard or when things get tense, they always can lean back on that I'm a woman and I'm black. And they can use it and not have any type of proper justification for it and receive all the benefits that come with it. Don't sit here and tell me that there is no privilege in being a woman. We've seen way too many examples of it within the last year or so. Whether it's this lady here, or whether it's somebody who allegedly got hit by a brick and blamed black men for it and was
or Joy
lying,
Taylor.
or if it was somebody who said, hey, if I just get caught sleeping with my boss, I'll just file a Me Too lawsuit and make everybody pay. I'm going to sink this whole ship if my wretchedness gets exposed. Fellas, leave these women alone that are always victims. You're going to end up hurting yourself in the long
Well,
run. Look for
see,
women that like to help you solve problems and not be a part of the problem.
but see, here's the thing. I know it's easy to say leave them alone. These men ain't leaving them alone. Like, I would think that, considering everything that's kind of happened, especially, I mean, most men know the courts are not, friendly towards them. In most cases, the courts are not friendly towards the one that makes the most money. And generally, that tends to be men in most
Yep.
cases. But women are fighting to disprove that. So we'll see if the courts can kind of catch up to that, though. But a lot of times, the men, especially the athletes or the actors, are kind of like, they kind of get the worst of it when it comes to child support and alimony. So, but that's at their level, and most men are probably not going to be at that level. But nowadays, men are still messing with these types of women that are just, knocking them off their purpose, getting in their way, creating more division for them in their life versus, just being able to find the right woman nowadays is not even. I don't think it's going to happen for most men because a lot of these women are incentivized to kind of like either create a Me Too allegation. They know they have the law in their hands, and they also know that when it comes to like child support and alimony, they're going to be able to like kind of get the benefit of the doubt, or at least kind of like set their own terms. And so I really don't know what the exact answer is for a lot of men. Like if you're trying to get married, good luck, because nowadays there's a target on your back, and you're probably going to lose in that case, or at the very least, your kids will lose in that situation, though. So the marriage whole thing kind of looks a little bit different, 10, 15 years from now, though. But I don't know what men are exactly supposed to do, because for the men that are supposed to avoid them, see, this is the problem. Because of men like Jimmy Butler and men like this Joshua Jackson guy, they've incentivized these women to take them to court and also be able to like have this kind of this conversation out loud. And again, I don't know why this story didn't go viral. This is kind of everything the Black community hates. So, and then for the men, for the white men, like
Well, they
y'all.
don't hate this because it's a black woman dating a white man. If it was the other way around, it would be
Well,
crazy.
I guess I haven't seen the places where I see a lot of stories trend. I haven't seen it over there yet, so that's why I think it's kind of weird. I just thought it would be trending everywhere, though. But anyways, but for like the white men thinking that this is only like happening only to black men. Now, y'all the originators of this stuff. I mean, there's another guy who Jessica Biel, or one of the Jessica Biel Alba. They just got a divorce, or whoever's not married to Justin Timberlake. That's the Jessica I'm talking about. He's getting a divorce. So I don't know. And they've been married for over 10 years. And who knows what the exact breakdown with it. But I feel like we're starting to see more divorces occur. And the men are not winning in divorce court. The only time I hear about a man winning in divorce court or alimony is anyone that's messed with Holly Berry. That's it. I rarely hear
Um,
about those situations.
I would argue that oh God, what's his name? The one that Captain Jack Sparrow. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Johnny Depp.
That was a dub for him. That was a huge dub for him.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's such a short list for men
it
winning in
is.
illegal spaces.
Here's the other thing. Amber Heard, Jodie Turner Smith, they're just going to find another person to fall for this. You know
Yeah,
why? Because they're both very attractive.
yeah.
And
Amber Heard
some
already
dudes are
has a
so
boyfriend.
goofy that they will look at looks and totally ignore everything else.
No, no. You know what? Hold on. Okay, we got to start having some fucking standards for a lot of men out there, because I know it's going to be hard to. I mean, I know it's going to be difficult to try to police this stuff, though. But you come out here and you start doing some of this goofy ass shit, then you're gonna start being on blast. Like publicly, you're gonna start being shamed, because not too many men. This Joshua Jackson dude, you're definitely going on the Simp of the Year award. Like, I mean, we don't do Simp of the Year around here, but this guy is definitely a nominee for it, because you knew better. You knew that this chick was fucking woke. You knew that this chick was gonna play one of these cards, so you definitely knew better. And Jimmy Butler, I'm gonna say he knew better as well too, because you had 3 kids. At the very least, you knew about the first one or the first two, and so why would you bust out a third one just recently? So there's just no sympathy for a lot of these men. But apparently, we gotta keep making these videos for men to kind of understand it, or at least get these views up, though, because I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to have to, or what it's going to have to, what's going to have to occur, because men just don't care. Men don't care about these situations. The Joy Taylors, a bunch of men put Joy Taylor in place, and then Joy Taylor was about to Me Too a motherfucker, because if things didn't go her way, she knew she always had that in her in her back pocket. And the only reason we found out because another 304 was upset that she lost her money. And has she been able to keep her money? We're never going to hear about this story. So I don't think there's ever going to be a situation where men just get it. Men know how to react. Men just can't uh, uh, petition their senators or their state lawmakers to make change. We have a bunch of laws going into effect for women that are protecting women. I'm not saying we don't need some of those laws, but there's not enough time to count how many laws have been put in place for women, for the protections of women versus for any type of protection for men, or if they do not allow women to take advantage of a man in those situations. Well, I guess we have those alimony laws and some child support laws in Texas and some other, one-off states though. But by and large, we don't really have a lot of laws that are in the protection or that do not allow men to be taken advantage of.
Yo, they having a bad year, man. I just pulled up a USA Today article. They lost their house in the LA fire too.
Who that?
If they're living in California, he's screwed. They gonna take him to the cleaners. Um, Man, check this out. Let
Especially
me drop
Cal.
this on you too.
I'm glad you said California. California is the worst state to be getting married in, and y'all still be getting married in California.
Yeah. But check this out, fellas, and actually, women, you can use this too. If you want to give somebody an accountability test before you decide if you want to move forward with them or not, ask them this: without mentioning your ex, tell me why your last relationship ended. And you have to throw in the without mentioning your ex, because the way they answer that question is, are they going to squirm? Are they going to mention the ex anyway? Like, you have to, the way they answer that question is going to tell you everything you need to know about them and accountability. Because if they're still blaming the ex after you said don't mention the ex, that tells you everything you need to know right there. They think everything was that person's fault. They refuse to accept accountability for anything. Keep it moving. Protect yourself. Ask the right
All right.
questions.
Yep. All right. We are going to switch topics.